All right, so let's start off. What is procrastination really? What is it? What is starting to look very good? What is procrastination, right? All right. He described Pierre Steele, one of those researchers that I told you about. He describes procrastination as a self-regulation failure, not a moral flaw, right? So, and actually 20 to 25% of adults actually do procrastinate, and 50% of students actually do procrastinate, right? So, you're going to find out that you're not alone, and you're not, lazy or a failure because you procrastinate, right? It's not that uncommon. Okay? So, notice the key words, right? Steele and others said that it's a voluntary delay of an intended action despite expecting to be worse off for the delay. So it's a voluntary delay. So you choosing to delay, right? An intended action, something that you intend to do, right? Despite expecting the worst off for the delay. So even though you know it's not good for you, you're still doing it. Why is that? Right? Good. But notice the key words. Voluntary delay, right? So even though you know it will hurt you later, right? You say like, I know I should do this, but etc. etc. That is procrastination. And that is just being human, right? Um Tim Pitchell, he says that procrastination is actually a way to repair your short-term mood. So you escape tasks that feel scary, or tasks that feels boring, or tasks that feels overwhelming, or tasks that feel shameful, right? So that you can feel better right now. And feeling better right now sometimes means scrolling, right? That's just the way it is, right? So, you know, it links procrastination also to higher stress and worse health. Okay. So, it's something that you can okay, let me give you an example, an everyday example. Let's say like you have a report due, right? And you feel the knots in your stomach start to tighten, right? And you start to think like, what if it's not good enough? You know, your brain start to tell you like, you could feel anxious, right? And so after that, you just say, you know what, I'm going to just check my Instagram or check my TikTok for 5 minutes. That's procrastination. So procrastination is not a time problem, okay? Procrastination is actually a feelings problem. And I found this so interesting too when I was researching more about it, because I always knew that it was like a emotional thing, right? Because whenever you feel like you want to procrastinate, you feel that tightness in your stomach, right? Right. But the more you read more about it, they say, yeah, it actually is it's a feelings problem. Like you don't feel to do it right now, right? So it's a protective pattern of your brain. Remember, there is fight, flight, but nobody talks about freeze. Okay? Nobody talks about the freeze. The freeze is just as important. Okay, the freeze is just as important. Woo. Guys, today we're contending with brother wind today because it was so windy today. I had to basically tie down the tent and everything. It's so windy. But we're here and we're enjoying. I'm enjoying this fire, to be honest. Yeah, let's see. All right. Good. Right? So there's a compassion shift too, right? What is this delay protecting me from? That's what you have to say to yourself, right? Instead of you saying, what's wrong with me? Say to yourself, what is this delay actually protecting me from? Right? So that's what you have to do. Hold on. Let's see if I can fix this camera. Right. So instead of you saying, my goodness, what is my problem? Is that fixed? What is my problem? What's wrong with me? No. Don't talk to yourself like that. Like actually know that you're actually trying to protect yourself from something. So what is this delay actually protecting me from, right? That's the procrastination. Okay, good.